What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, boys and girls? Dom from the Game Looters here, bringing you another Pokemon Sword and Shield Isle of Armor DLC tips and guides video. In this video today, we're going to be covering the item Max Mushrooms. Now, Max Mushrooms are going to enable your Pokemon to have the ability to Gigantamax once you are able to make the Max Soup. The Max Soup is something that you will make inside of the dojo after you've obtained a set number of Max Mushrooms and give to your Pokemon to have the ability to Gigantamax. Now, only certain Pokemon have the ability to Gigantamax, and this will be determined in-game by the Pokemon being highlighted when you hover over them after you have created your Max Soup. Now, the game will naturally tell you which Pokemon do and do not have the ability to Gigantamax, but if you would like to see exactly a set list of all Pokemon that have it or don't have it, I suggest going to a website such as like Cerebi that has exactly which Pokemon have the Gigantamax ability. Okay, so with that out the way, let's talk about how you can get Max Mushrooms and get them fast. Okay, let's start talking about the locations of which Max Mushrooms will spawn. Now, the 4 locations that the mushrooms will spawn are going to be as follows: Warm-Up Tunnel, Forest of Focus, the Brawler's Cave, and the Courageous Cavern. So, to get the mushrooms to spawn in one of these locations for you, all you need to do is complete one max raid battle. This max raid battle can be done basically naturally as you play the game, or it can be done online with friends, joining a max raid battle with randoms, or you can just simply start a max raid battle yourself by using a wishing piece. Regardless of how you complete your max raid battle, it will cause a mushroom to spawn for you in one of those 4 locations. In my opinion, out of all the methods, the best thing by this point, I'm sure you honestly just have a ton of wishing pieces just by simply playing the game, but honestly, simply picking a den that's located near one of these 4 spawn locations is probably going to be the fastest and easiest method for you, with wasting the least amount of time by going all over your map looking for max raids and then looking for max mushrooms. And lastly, just to reiterate, you only need to do one max raid battle. A lot of other videos and a lot of other information out there tell you otherwise, but I have thoroughly tested this, and in fact it really is just one max raid battle. So going back to getting the mushrooms to spawn, basically doing the wishing piece by getting a spawn is the fastest way, but I do recommend after the battle is complete to go and quickly check all other locations for a spawn, since it's not always guaranteed to spawn next to you. So for example, you pick a location right next to one of the 4 spawn locations and you say this is the one I'm going to use. You do your max raid battle and you go check, and their one is not one that is spawned there. That's okay. Go quickly check the other 4 locations, because they can spawn in any of the 4. And the last thing, it goes without saying, after you have done this, I want to really stress that all of this will only work after you have completed the Isle of Armor DLC. So if you're trying to do this early on, your time is better spent completing the DLC, which only takes a couple of hours, and even during the actual DLC completion, you're going to get 3 max mushrooms. That way you can choose one Pokemon to Gigantamax of your choice. So let's go ahead and recap and also provide you just a couple of more tips. So after you have done this and completed your max raid, you checked out all the spawns areas and you gathered your max mushrooms. One thing to note is the max mushrooms only spawn in groups of 1. So you need to do this at least 3 times to get one Pokemon to Gigantamax. But know that basically this is really easy. You can easily just go and just do a bunch of 3 and 4 star raids really quickly to gather your 3 mushrooms. And yes, 3 mushrooms are required to make the soup for your Pokemon to get the G-Max ability. Now, at this point, this is going to be the fastest way to spawn and quickly gather max mushrooms. Again, my opinion is doing the 3 and 4 star raids, that way you can get the max raids done as quickly as possible. Go get your mushrooms, gather 3, go make your max soup, and follow suit from there forward to get all your Pokemon that you want that don't have the ability to give them the ability to G-Max. Now, if this video was useful or helpful to you in any kind of way, make sure you slap the like button like it's honey asking for a bunch of watts, and make sure you hit the subscribe button. That way you can be notified for future guides and tips videos for Pokemon Sword and Shield, the Isle of Armor, and that way you can come and hang out with us 2 days a week when we stream Pokemon the Isle of Armor right here on the channel. And guys, we will see you guys on the next video.